Episode 1. The Darlings. The Darling family lived in London. Mr. Darling was a strict and serious man, but he loved his children very much. His wife was loving and sweet. There were 3 Darling children. Wendy was the oldest, then there was John, and last of all there was Michael. The Darlings were not rich, but they wanted a nanny for their children. Luckily, they found Nana. Nana was perfect in every way. She loved the children and looked after them carefully. However, people stopped to stare when they saw the 3 children with their nanny. You see, Nana was a large yellow dog that the Darlings met in the park. Mr. Darling worried that his neighbours might think he was strange. But Nana was the best nanny in London. She kept the children safe, and she made them very happy. In fact, the Darling family was the happiest family in London, until Peter Pan came. The Darling children often dreamed of the magical land called the Neverland. They saw the strange land with its lagoons, caves, and forests. The Neverland was different for each of the children. John lived in a boat turned upside down on the sand. Michael lived in a wigwam, while Wendy lived in a house made of leaves sewn together. They all dreamed of Peter, however, especially Wendy. She knew that Peter often came to the children's room at night while they were asleep. When she told her mother about this, Mrs. Darling did not believe her.
"No one can get into the house without knocking, dear,"
said Mrs. Darling.
"I think Peter comes in through the window,"
said Wendy.
"But, my love, the window is 3 floors up,"
smiled Mrs. Darling.
"Yes,
said Wendy.
but Peter can fly."
Mrs. Darling was sure that Peter was just a dream. But the next night showed that Wendy had not been dreaming, and that Peter was real.